This is really the Fighter and the Kid.
Come on, baby. Back to training again, Brennan. My shoulder was tweaked a little bit. Back to getting it in. I get it in.
Did you show the video of our last session with your sensei?
Well, I did not show him that, but I was about to train. Joe Rogan called me, and I said, Joe, I started talking to him a little bit, and I go, listen, I got to go because my MMA class is starting. And he goes, oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, see ya. And I felt like saying to all the kids there, I was like, I just had to hang up on Joe Rogan to train here. I hope you guys are happy.
Hope you guys, realize what I'm sacrificing to be here to learn these skills.
By the way, I would have so much. I was thinking about like the emotional side of. I don't know if I've told you this, but first of all, I would have way rather talk to Joe than train.
Yeah.
And then I just want everybody to know I hate training. Like I don't actually like it, but I do it because I just don't want to be, as I get older, I don't want to be a mark. I want to at least have a bit of an answer if there's a situation. And I want to feel like I can surprise a guy.
But it's not good if you don't enjoy it.
I mean, I enjoy it.
That's
I like it. It's a good workout. Yeah. It feels good. Like I'm back to boxing, but I'm not going to, might get in the ring a little bit and move around with a good guy, not get hit, but I like it. I like that feeling. Jiu-jitsu's fun.
As long as you don't hate it.
Right. Jiu-jitsu's fun. I like working, like in this class, we work in situations where you're in a position, but instead of just going.
But if you're drawn to jiu-jitsu, just do jiu-jitsu in the streets. That'll protect you more than anything.
Yeah. My biggest regret is not going deeper into jiu-jitsu.
Your biggest, you think?
Well.
Can you dial it down a notch?
All right. Is that too dramatic?
Your biggest regret is not what?
I don't have a lot of regrets in my life. But yeah. That's kind of, not my biggest, but I wish I had. Things. I remember deciding that I wasn't into it. I just remember going, I told you, I remember he was like, I was at Street Sports and my buddy Hanato goes, guys, Allah, put the hand like that. A lot of guys putting the hand like that, put the hand like that, and then like that. And I was watching it and I was like 33, 34, and I was like, I don't care.
I'm out.
You get it, right?
Oh yeah.
You get it. I was like, ooh, I just don't care. I was thinking about stand up and acting. I was too busy with things and I was like, I guess I just don't care about sports. But not your biggest regret.
Let's dial down on that.
No, but I will say this. Maybe I'm not that ambitious sometimes, Bubba.
What do you mean?
I just, some people, they will win no matter what, and they will. I was talking to a guy yesterday who made a lot of money. At one of my new favorite restaurants, I've talked about it before, in Nando. If you want the best steak in the world in Manhattan Beach, Nando, Nando. Tell Dario that Brian sent you. Nando is the best steak maybe I've had. I don't know how long. Ever? I don't know how long. They started in Chicago. It's just so stupid. That's his brother. It's fucking amazing.
That man bun's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Let's get a hairnet though on, right?
Yeah, that's his brother. They're both Sicilian brothers.
Wear a hairnet though.
Yep. Yeah. Well, they're both Sicilian brothers, and they're the best. It's my hangout now.
Give me the goddamn story.
So, I'm talking to the guy, and there was a guy who made a lot of money there, and
just casually eating a.
He's a great guy. He's a Tongan guy, great guy, and he's made a lot of money, and he's investing in one of the investors in a new restaurant that Nando's opening up, that Dario and his brother open up in Beverly Hills. It's going to be sick.
Okay.
I don't know the name, and I hope I'm not talking out of school, but he got sick. He almost died. He got cancer. But he's the kind of guy who grew up poor, who worked so hard, and he just, the satisfaction of giving his mother money every Friday was everything. So he worked so hard and actually wasn't living at home, was just in the office, and he would take a sponge bath because he was trying to build this company and build this contract. So he's working so hard, and he's Tongan, big guy. He went down to about 140 pounds and didn't notice it. And he was in pain all the time, And he finally, he comes out of the meeting, they close this deal. And he looks at his buddy, he goes, hey dude, I see stars. And he goes, stars? And that's all he remembers. He hits the ground face first. They take him to the doctor. He's got tumors all up and down his colon. Stage, basically, luckily it didn't metastasize. They cut out his colon, and he's that was fucking 15 years ago. But that kind of guy who's willing to work through cancer and not notice because he's got an objective, I don't think I'm that guy. I just ain't. And you have to learn who you are.
Yeah, you would quit this podcast right now if it gets colder in here.
That's right.
Like if the AC gets 2 more notches
too
down,
cold.
you'll walk out.
Yeah, I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
I genuinely, you have to come to terms.
That's
with what
okay though, B.
I love hanging with my boys. I like, the reason we've been doing this podcast so long, what the longevity of it is that I like that you and I are friends.
Yep.
And I hugely enjoy like what I did last night, which was a meal with cool people having a conversation. I hugely enjoy that. And I like it's my favorite thing. And I like being a silly goose with my friends. I like to laugh, which is what I miss about the Comedy Store and what I miss about the comedy scene. And what I miss about our community that's no longer.
Yep.
Those are the things that I think I hold in the highest regard. I come home and I play with my 2-year-old.
But if it starts raining, if you're eating outside and it starts raining, you're going home.
Hey, Bubba.
If the weather gets a little optimal weather, you're leaving.
There's a draft.
Yeah. There's a slight
there's a
wind.
draft.
Yeah.
Now, I'll bear down. I can bear down for a couple of days. But then I get, but only a couple of days if I'm with my friends and I have something to prove.
Yeah.
If the old ego's involved. But no, you're right. So if it gets too uncomfortable, I'm like, I just don't,
No.
I'm not going to get staffed for a black belt.
Yeah, but I think you would if you had to be a black belt.
100%,
That's the difference.
100%.
Like what you're doing now, or even when you're doing.
I work hard at my stand-up.
Even when you're doing jiu-jitsu then, you didn't have to do it.
That's true. That's true. That's the difference.
Big difference.
That's true. Because I work so hard at my stand-up. I will say I really do. I think about it. I work at it. I think it's my new
because you have to do that.
Yes, and it's who I am too.
But it's also the way you feed your family.
Yes,
you have to do that.
Yes, it's my job. Professional.
Straight up.
Professional.
That like the podcast helps you, but the way you pay for your mortgage and everything, stand-up, you have to do that.
Yes.
So I hope
Dania Beach.
There you go. I hope you'd be working on
24,
that.
25, 26.
But if you were getting paid to train jiu-jitsu and was covering the bills, you would do it. You have no choice.
100%. 100%.
Just like that guy.
Well, you did. That's what I remember. I remember you said something I never forgot. I said, you were training twice a day, as in, you would drive, I don't know how far.
Oh, to Lake Forest?
Every day you were rolling, but rolling with the best in the world, Olympic gold medalists in judo and all that. And winning or losing in practice was as important in a lot of ways as. And I remember, that was your life. I was with you when that was your life, where literally training twice a day. And you did that for probably 8 years, right? Would you say? Is that fair?
Yeah, almost 9 total.
Okay, so 9 years. People forget how long you trained.
Yeah.
I remember there was a black belt, and I said, and he was like, the kind of black belt that's worn. I think it had some red on it.
Yeah. Couple red
and I
slappers
said, fuck, that guy looks like he's really good. I go, how would you do against him? And I remember you said, I'd imagine pretty well. He's never competed. I said, I know. And he goes, I said, I know, but he's, and he goes, hey,
it's just different.
I had to do it for a living, which means it's life and death for me. That guy does it in a classroom. It's just fucking different. It's just different. It's not, you weren't being a dick. You were just being like, that's kind of the difference between, when people say he's a really good boxer. Yep.
No, yeah. Well, I just don't think people know. It was like I was doing a podcast yesterday, this car podcast, and the gentleman's built a car for Rogan, so he knows Rogan really well too. So we're doing his podcast, and at the end he goes, all right, 3 questions. And he goes, how would you do in a fight against Joe Rogan if kicks weren't allowed? And I went, excuse me? He was his car show. And I went, what? And he goes, but if kicks weren't allowed, and I go, so in a boxing match? And he's like, no. And I go, wait, why wouldn't kicks be allowed? He's like, well, because Rogan's a really good kicker. And I went, right. I said, dude, nobody loves Joe Rogan more on this earth than me. I absolutely adore Joe Rogan.
Ask Joe that question.
I look Joe's, my North Star. He's the best, one of the best human beings I've ever met. I said, but you got to realize, dude, when you ask that question, you might as well, that's like me asking you, how would you do in stand-up compared to Joe Rogan? And you're an open micer and Joe's a professional. He goes, what do you mean? I go, can Joe kick? Absolutely, dude. For a guy who's never competed professionally, he can kick like a motherfucker. I mean, if you put him against any celebrity out there, he's going to beat the shit out of him. Black belt in jiu-jitsu. I don't think he has any wrestling. Doesn't matter. He's jiu-jitsu. He kicks. I don't know how his boxing is. Doesn't matter. Like in that like regular civilian aspect, monster.
Yep.
I said, you got to realize though, I was ranked top 10 in the world
heavyweight
as
in
a
the UFC.
professional.
Heavyweight in the UFC.
I said, so it's just different. And he goes, and even after saying all, he goes, how would you do? I go, well, I beat the shit out of him, dude. I said, but that's not even impressive.
He's also 57. He's also
no, but even if he wasn't
6 weight classes
but no,
below, he's also
none of that matters.
Not a professional.
Even if he was 21 in his prime,
he's not a fight. He's
but
not a
if you're
professional
not professional, it's like, you know, Casey does golf. Casey plays golf all the time. He plays golf all the time, but he's not professional. So I say all the time, meaning when Casey's not in the studio during the week, on the weekends he'll play golf. That's, you know, once or twice a week if he's lucky. The pros are playing 7 days a week.
Have you ever seen I know you have. Have you ever seen like
hold on, that's what I was saying. This is what people don't realize. Like, people can relate to golf, and you think you're whatever you're a scratch golfer. If you get around an actual pro golfer, you're not playing the same game.
You're not playing the same game.
It's not even comparable. No. That same perspective goes into fighting. So like when he was talking about Joe's kick, I'm like, I know he competed whether it was in high school or maybe in his early 20s, and he was in some taekwondo competition, knocked the dude out. That's super impressive. But he's not doing that against professional.
Pro Cup?
Well, and I go, and then also when you talk about
Gonzaga.
Well, I said when we're talking about kickers, I said I'm up to have this
Can
debate.
Crow Cup and Gonzaga kick hard?
Dude, this is exactly.
I'm curious though.
Well, this is what I said.
They can't. Bring up Crow Cup and Gonzaga kicking. Just kick.
You don't have to do that, Chin. But what I said to the guy, I go, so if kicking's your like the hill you're gonna die on, I said, you know who Mirko Crow Cup is, right? He goes, yeah. I go, some regard as the greatest kicker of all time. He goes, yeah. I go, knocked him out. Gabriel Gonzaga, hell of a kicker. And the guy goes, man, could he kick?
That was his thing.
I go, yeah, that was his thing.
He broke people's fucking.
I destroyed that dude for 3 rounds. He's like, oh, yeah. I go, again, this isn't any knock on Joe. The knock's on your question.
Yeah.
And Joe would tell you the same thing.
Yeah, of course.
It's just, it's silly.
It's a guy that,
it's like,
but he doesn't know
what it is?
Bubba. He doesn't know fighting.
No, but it's like we all drive, right? Everyone drives,
Yes.
and some people fancy themselves like, oh, I'm a good driver. Okay, because we all drive.
against
We
Jimmy
can all
Johnson,
relate to it.
yeah.
Go against Lewis Hamilton.
No, but forget that.
Try Lewis Hamilton.
But no. Go against any professional on the circuit. Because you weren't Lewis
You're talking
Hamilton
about the outliers. Yeah, that's a good comparison. Yeah.
So they had
like the number 10 guy in NASCAR.
I loved watching this guy who played. He was a white dude who played some professional basketball in the NBA. I think he was in for like 4 years, and they had him playing against these really good street ballers. These guys who were like good, dunk, shoot, and everything. And then you watch this guy. You watch him, and they didn't know who he was first. And when I say he was hitting from everywhere and dunking, white guy.
Oh, yeah.
Look like doing whatever he wanted with the ball. I mean, dunking it was literally like watching a guy among high school players.
So yeah, ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
Even those
but he made it to the NBA.
Which is impossible. Even those New York street ballers. Remember like
that guy.
Remember like the and one guys? Oh no, Brian Scalabrine. Yeah, that's a famous one. He's in a gym. And he goes, I'm closer to LeBron than you are to me.
There you go.
Which is true.
That guy.
And then he destroyed
that was
the kid.
so great to watch. I was like,
kid.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, destroyed the kid. But Kobe back in the day, his famous story, he went to New York to like the straight up, where the N1 guys play the street ball. And there's some amazing basketball players. They're so good.
Amazing.
And they play a different game than the NBA. Kobe walks up there unannounced, he's in sweats or whatever. And they're like, you gonna play, man? He's like, yeah, I'll play. And then, people are like, oh, he's about to get crossed up. And
crossed up.
You think because you guys play by a different set of rules, but it's still basketball. You guys have a chance. Dude, when I say Kobe embarrassed them, it was like he was playing with children. And everyone was like, oh, and Kobe's, yeah.
Well, I'm a little guilty of this. So, with Taekwondo, my back kick was, I even taught you that
in
back
Taekwondo?
kick. Remember? Yeah, like that spinning back kick that you use as defense. It really works.
Yeah.
Like let somebody come in, because especially when they roundhouse, you can fuck people up.
Sure.
And I was watching these Muay Thai guys, and I was like, I truly believe I can catch them in a back kick, which I'm sure I could. But when I was doing it, I was like, I'm seeing what they're doing.
Hold on, but
so
you're saying,
buddy,
my buddy
like
said? Normal Muay Thai guys?
Yeah, but no. I mean, whatever I was saying.
Like pros?
Well, so I said I could catch him. You know what my buddy said? He goes, he fought in Thailand. He goes, yeah, you might catch him. You might catch him. You might catch him once or twice. And then they're going to adjust.
Oh, yeah.
And then what?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're not going to knock him out. You're going to catch him, like anything else, and then they're going to adjust and
But also with any of that stuff, like you have an idea, whatever you have some successful thing you do in the gym, but again, you're not a pro, and you're like, oh, I bet I could land that on insert whatever famous UFC fighter you want. Trust me, they've seen it.
Yeah,
Trust me, you're not doing anything that we don't know that some guy at a much higher level than you is doing, and they probably saw it yesterday.
Yep.
But again, it's no knock on those people. They don't know. It's just the way it goes.
That's exactly right. Every look. The only exception would be like when you have it. What I think I'm right about. Sometimes with these guys like Khabib, who did all that Sambo, all that Greco, and all that international kind of like rules wrestling, just different throws, underhooks, and series. That if you've only folk wrestled, I'm thinking about Justin Gaethje with Khabib. I think there was a lot of stuff that it's hard to kind of see what's happening until you're on your back. That might be the exception. But then again, I might be choosing this outstanding outlier, right?
No, I don't think that's the exception. Khabib's not doing anything that surprised people. You all know it was coming. No,
you knew it was coming.
He's so good at it. Yeah, no, it's like he's not doing a version of wrestling that only he knows.
So people see it. It's just how he does
his style of wrestling is 1,000 years old.
Yeah,
it's nothing new.
Well, even
also, there's guys on the circuit right now that are better than Khabib was at it.
Yeah.
They compete against him all the time.
Yeah, and Bo Nickel, if you watch, or like Cael Sanderson, it's not like they're doing something. Like Cael Sanderson could get that ankle pick no matter what was going to happen. He's getting that ankle pick.
No, wrestling hasn't
Bo
changed.
Nickel does that knee tap. He kind of like, he'll get you. It's how he times it. So.
Yeah, Khabib's thing was he was so good at, if you stop this, he had this, and this, but he can go to him faster than everybody else. So by the time you're like, oh, whatever, he's wrapping his hands around my waist, he was already there. Yeah. It's too late. He's that far ahead of the game. But it was nothing new.
It was nothing new.
No, there's nothing.
So it's not
no groundbreaking.
So it's not like these collegiate wrestlers like Bo and for that matter, anybody who's a D1 wrestler in Penn State. It's not that they haven't seen it.
No, I asked Bo this, and he's like, you got to remember the All-Americans and national champs were on the world team. He's like, so
you're seeing all the looks.
But Bo was like, since I was a kid, I was on the national team. So since I was 7, I competed against Dagestani. So
fuck.
And that's where I got the knowledge from. Bo's like, that style, like what Khabib does or Makhachev does, I've seen that style since I was 7. Like Khabib was just so dominant with it against guys.
That's why he said.
But look at the best. It's not a knock on Khabib. Like, show me the best wrestler he's beat.
Yeah, I mean, Iaquinta wouldn't let him take him down. But
Iaquinta's not a highly decorated wrestler.
But he was a D1 wrestler.
Yeah, but that's
right.
There's much higher level guys.
Well, that's why somebody's asked Bo, how would he do in a wrestling match with Khabib? And Bo said, well, Khabib's never competed in wrestling.
Oh, no, Bo would absolutely destroy him.
Yeah, so like point wise, it'd be he'd probably tech foul him. I mean,
Of course.
Yeah. Having said that, though, I have heard that Khabib took the NCAA champ, I can't remember his name, and beat him at wrestling. So Khabib's a different animal, though. We're talking about a different thing.
Yeah, but you look at Khabib's resume. Tell me the best wrestler on the chin. Who's the highest level wrestler?
Hold on. Al Iaquinta.
No, you're probably right, Brian.
Yeah.
Michael Johnson, I think, wrestled in some
None of those guys. All those guys are jiu-jitsu guys that I can see. Every one of them.
Or strikers.
Yeah.
Edson Barboza.
Yeah.
Michael Johnson.
Every one of them. Dustin's
Dos Anjos. Pat Healy, I think, had some college wrestling.
Wow.
Go ahead, show me the best wrestler. B.
That's a very, very important point. And
Justin Gaethje, I mean, he hasn't wrestled since college. He doesn't engage in it. So Justin Gaethje would be labeled as a striker, right? He doesn't wrestle.
Yeah.
It's not a knock on Khabib. It's just his resume. Can you go
down, keep going down? Because it's interesting.
I don't think we'll recognize other names.
You're not going to know those names.
Yeah. There is that sort of, the thing where when you look at someone and you're talking about best pound for pound, you do have to take into account the competition. And so
that's the knock on Khabib.
And if you look,
but again, it's not Khabib's. It's not Khabib's fault. That's who was put in front of him. But when you look at like resumes, that's why it's tough to label him greatest of all time, even though he's undefeated.
Bring up
his strength of schedule.
Bring up Stipe and bring up John Jones. Take a look at who they fought.
You don't want to bring up Stipe. Stipe's not an argument. But
he defended his belt long.
You don't want to bring up that argument. That's a. But he's undefeated, but his It's like the NCAA rankings, like his strength of schedule compared to the gentleman we're talking about. It's not even close. Like his toughest fight was, Go
back up.
I will say that when you dominate Dustin Poirier, when you beat the shit out of Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier, and Justin Gaethje, 3 monsters. It's like that's part of what's kind of like, and when you dominate them, that's a big deal. That's why people go, it wasn't a fight. It really wasn't a fight with Dustin. Nobody's ever done that to Dustin. I mean, again, not wrestlers, right? Not necessarily. Justin was a D1
You
wrestler.
label him as a wrestler. It's not.
It wasn't their thing.
But like strength of schedule, you look at Max Holloway's resume, it's stupid.
There you go.
Or Dustin Poirier's strength of schedule, insane. Even though he lost to Khabib, his strength of schedule is fucking wild.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
Chandler, Charles Oliveira, Conor McGregor twice, Dan Hooker, Khabib, Max Holloway, Eddie Alvarez, Justin Gaethje, Anthony Pettis, Eddie Alvarez,
My God.
Jim Miller, Michael Johnson, Bobby Green. I mean, the who's who, man.
Yep, and still doing it. That longevity is amazing.
Yeah, fighting for a title. If he were to win that title, my God.
Oh my God, he's
One of the greatest of all time.
Yeah,
If he wins that title.
that all free.
Him winning that title would be more surprising
Stipe lost
than
Ngannou.
anybody winning a title in the past
But
5
take a look at
years.
Stipe for a sec. Beat Daniel Cormier twice. Lost once, but came back and beat him twice. That's a big deal. Obviously beat Francis Ngannou before Francis was doing things.
Then
Beat
he
Junior
lost-
Dos
then he lost
Santos.
to Francis.
Beat Alistair Overeem. Beat Fabricio Verdum. Beat Andre Arlovsky. Beat Mark Hunt. You got to put Stipe in this
here's the knock.
conversation.
Here's the knock.
I think I know what you're going to say. They
Here's
were
the knock.
older.
None of those gentlemen were at
In
their
their prime.
peak. No,
Yeah. Still, it's a lot of people.
a lot of names.
A lot of names. A lot of guys to get there. Beat Roy Nelson.
I mean, his best wins are
Gonzaga.
DC and Francis for sure.
Sorry?
His best wins are DC and Francis for sure. Beating
Yeah.
DC twice and then beating Francis, crazy. He beat Roy Nelson, beat Gabriel Gonzaga.
He lost to Struve. Huh.
Yeah, I know, right?
That was the surprising one.
Damn. that
Inside
was
leg kick, then overhand
2012.
right. That was a while ago. Stipe's by far, top 3 best heavyweights of all time. Stipe's a savage.
A lot of fights. Yep.
Interesting, right?
Yep. But I would say John Jones, without a doubt, is the
Yeah, there's no
the GOAT.
comparison. Yeah.
And the other thing about, when you compare Anderson Silva to George St-Pierre, when you compare the two, I go with Anderson Silva because Anderson finished everybody.
No, he didn't.
He finished almost everybody he fought.
Not true.
Bring up
Damian Maia, Tally's ladies.
Yeah, well, that Damian Maia fight was the only reason he didn't finish Damian Maia was because he was being so rude and playing with him. I mean, he just was. That fight was like, let's take a look.
So from UFC, right?
Chris Lieben finished him. Rich Franklin finished him. Travis Flutter finished him. Finished Nate Marquardt, who was at his prime then.
Yeah,
Again with
Nate
Rich
was
Franklin.
in his prime. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, Nate was in his prime. No,
and
Anderson's run, as far as like his
Dan
run,
Henderson?
was
Jesus.
something.
Didn't he
something to behold?
choke Dan Henderson out?
I mean, his run was fucking insane,
Unbelievable.
wild. Big names too. He fought
Forrest
everybody.
Griffin,
He fought
Damian
everybody.
Maia. Chael Sonnen finished him at the last minute. Vitor Belfort with that front kick. There's some pretty amazing things here. Finished Chael again. Stephan Bonner, of course. And then Weidman was winning that fight, and then, was never the same after that. That was the end. What a run.
Yeah, after
What a
UFC
run.
153, it was over.
Yeah, what a run.
Craziest
Epic,
run
right?
ever. Yeah,
Yeah.
insane, special,
Yep.
super special.
Special. But funny how Father Time just sometimes goes, hey, that was the last one. All good. That was the last one. Not a big deal.
What else you got, Jen?
Let's take a little break. Let's take a little break and talk about DraftKings here because the NBA playoffs are here. Your Nuggets are 3-2 right now.
Dude, dominated. The Joker is in town, bitches. What's up, Minnesota?
Yep.
Cry me a river. Series is over.
A giant serve with a high game IQ. That's what I say.
MVP again. Should have won it last year. Bunch of haters. So we're clapping the cheeks of the Timberwolves. Already looking at the next series, so that's cool. But if you want to make bank with my Nugs, and I guess the Celtics, they have the easiest run ever to the finals. So enjoy that once you get beat up by my Nuggets in the finals. Make bank with the Denver Nuggets. You can bet with DraftKings, an official sports betting part of the NBA, with same-game parlays, live betting, odds boosts, and so much more. Don't miss out on the NBA's postseason winds down. And if you're new to DraftKings, all good. You got to check it out. New customers bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sports app right now. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Use the code FIGHTER. That's code FIGHTER for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Go Nuggets.
Guys, do you have a gambling problem? If so, call 1-800-GAMBLER or in West Virginia, visit www.1800gambler.net. If you're in New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY, which is 467-369. In Connecticut, though, help is available for problem gambling as well. Call 888-78-97777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 plus age varies by jurisdiction, void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. See dkng.co/bball for eligibility and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsible gambling resources.
I have one thing I was thinking about. When I saw the face-off with Jake and Mike Tyson.
Were they kind of playing with each other?
Yeah. I saw that and I went, what's going on here?
I'm telling you, that's why I don't.
That's why I'm like, was there a conversation before this? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I don't know. All of it's
You understand what I'm saying?
I'm the one telling you this.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Hell yeah. That's why when you're like, break it down, who you think's. I'm like,
if they're gonna really fight, I'm really intrigued. But I'm like,
I'm intrigued no matter what. But yeah, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't. That's why when people ask me about it, I'm like, I don't know the rules. I don't, even though they tell us, I don't know exactly what's going on.
I don't know the contract. I don't know the rules. Right?
I don't know.
Like, hey, it was the conversation, let's put on a show, or I'm going to fight you and try to actually.
Or it's a conversation, let's get money and be the Trojan horse to get the UFC on Netflix.
Right.
Like,
Right. We'll know if somebody gets knocked out. We'll know.
Nobody's getting knocked out. You know what's wild is.
Nobody is? What do you mean?
No, neither one of them's getting knocked out. Goes to decision. Usyk, hold on, B. Usyk Fury, when I talk about no one's talking about it.
Yeah, it's weird.
There is. Because remember when it first got announced and then Fury got that cut and they postponed it? Dude, I don't see it in.
Why is that?
It has to be an American thing. Because BT Sports has all this cool coverage on it. Ariel's doing a bunch of stuff on it, but it's all for BT Sports and all that stuff. But when it comes to America, you just don't see anything, dude.
Yeah.
Here's a quick video on them real quick.
Like, I have a bunch of people, when I posted my take on it from the Schaub show, people are like, dude, I had no idea that's happened this weekend. I'm like, that's not good.
All right, here's a quick video of them meeting each other in Riyadh.
Oleksandr Usyk, I choose you. Get over here. Come on. Come on. Give me a hug, brother. I'll give you hug me.
Oh, Usyk ain't having it.
So he's playing along there, but I mean, as a fighter, what Tyson's
I don't
doing,
like that stuff. For certain fighters that do this, I know a fighter that do this to try and lower your guard, so
So he's being super charming.
Yeah, but that's Tyson. Like, he does that with he did that with Wilder too.
Because those guys are all kind of like, they don't know really what to make of this.
Yeah.
Usyk was like, okay.
In Russian and Ukrainian culture, just smiling is not done because you look stupid. So you don't just smile. You're going to be like, thank you.
Yeah, I heard if you smile in Russia, they think you're gay.
Well, they just think the idea in Russian culture is when you smile, you're a dullard. So if you're like this, hi, how are you?
That makes sense.
That's why when you meet them, they're like this.
Straight face. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Usyk was not having it.
Yeah. Smiling is just considered really like for dum-dums. You rarely see Putin smile. Rarely.
Do you see anything on Usyk Fury, Chin? Like any hype?
No, not at all.
Like there's no hashtag like trending, nothing. I tried looking for.
It's
I'm like,
really, really
That's
weird.
the only video I saw recently, so yeah, not much at all. But I saw something brand new that popped up today all over the place on YouTube, Instagram, everywhere.
what do you got
So Ronda Rousey, apparently you're in her new memoir.
again?
Yeah, I'll just show you this
you
article
in the first
here.
one?
I don't know.
Of playing fucked up mind games.
That's the title. Yeah, I didn't read the book, so I don't know. But it says, yeah,
The
Ronda
book
Rousey.
just came out, or this is old?
No, this is new.
This is our new one.
It literally started popping up today.
the
I saw
hell
a
am I in
bunch.
a
So I don't know if you
She
want to
looks
talk
great
about
in
this
that
or not,
picture.
but
she doesn't look like she's aged a minute.
No.
Look at that.
She looks great.
Her mom
God.
has great genetics too, though.
Jesus, she
Yeah.
looks fantastic.
anyway.
There's a couple of quotes.
My ex thrived on playing fucked up mind games with me when I had a fight coming up, and instead we hide that we were dating so he wouldn't be labeled Ronda Rousey's boyfriend.
Hold on. By mind games, I mean maybe going MIA, like just not.
As Travis headed into the matchup, I pretended it wasn't personal. Then that is until it was on live TV and I lost my goddamn mind, screaming at the top of my lungs, "Get him, Travis," while punching the arm of the person on the couch next to me. That's fair.
How's this news in a book? Yeah, I'd be.
I mean, it just started popping up like crazy today.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't the book come out like a month ago though?
I don't even know, dude, to be honest.
How's this news? What do we date? 14, 13 years ago?
When Travis knocked him out at the end of the first round, I didn't think. it could get it.
TKO. To be fair,
Yeah, that was true. That's true. It was TKO.
ground and pound.
Yeah.
Okay, first lie. Keep going.
Yeah. I didn't think it'd get any more gratifying. My ex covered up on the ground while Travis pounded away on him. The referee waved the match over. Then Travis towering over the crumpled, semi-conscious body of
it
my
wasn't
ex.
unconscious,
Hold
and
on.
also wasn't crumpled. I was in downward dog. Okay.
You were on your tummy. It was a dominant position. You were dominated by the bearded Viking.
Hold on, but no one's saying that. I was not crumpled and semi-conscious.
Nope.
Yeah, I was
He
fully conscious.
leaned down and whispered something in his ear. His words were indiscernible to the camera, but I swore I could hear Travis's voice saying, "Ronda says fuck you." That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Ronda!
That never happened.
No?
No.
No, but he did whisper in your ear. I don't know what he said, but I remember him looking there, whispering, and I don't think you could hear it. I don't know what happened, but
Yeah, I don't think he said Ron says fuck you.
but didn't he come to your dressing room and say, "I'm glad you're okay"?
in the back? Yeah.
Yeah, he said, "I'm glad you're all right." I'm
Yeah,
glad,
he was
you know.
cool. Yeah, I have no issues with him.
No, he's cool.
How's this news?
It says it was shipped April 2nd.
It's not news, it's just what happened. It's her life. It's how she felt. It was the emotion she was going through. I will say this about.
I'll say. Hey, can I speak on this?
Yes.
Do you mind?
Yeah.
I'll say this: if I wrote this is the difference. If I wrote a book, she would not be in my book. That's not like an event in my life that I would put in a book.
Well, I think you always said, I've never heard you say anything but really great
Love her.
things about her.
Love her.
I've
Have no
never
issues
heard
with
you-
Travis.
I think that's important.
I
to
think
say.
now the way the media treats her, I think is not fair, but some of it's justified by the way she treated the media and some of the comments she's made. But people forget like what she did for women's MMA, and
she
there would be no female MMA fighters if it wasn't for Ronda, for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
From the way she looks, her skill set, her mindset, the way she competed. Like you're talking about an ultimate competitor.
She put women's fighting on the map.
Yeah, that's what I'm
insane.
saying.
Yeah.
So, and that's Dana, shortly before Ronda came on the scene, went, women will never fight in the UFC. Then he sees Ronda, he's like, maybe they will, because she was a savage. And people want to talk about like Kobe mentality. Dude, I'm sure Kobe was a savage. There should be Ronda mentality.
Yeah.
Like savage.
Well, I remember you always looked up to her in a way, like just her
Savage.
her mindset and her winning. Yeah.
Savage. But again, I'll say this: like, if I write a book, which eventually I'm sure I will, that and this isn't a knock on her. Maybe I don't know what the book's about. Maybe if it's like love interest and her past relationships, then that makes sense. I'm in the book. But like my book, her and Travis wouldn't be a highlight of my life. It's just not that wouldn't make my book. I'm flattered, I guess.
Well, I think that's Ronda's a bad motherfucker. Ronda's bad.
It depends how you look at it.
Yeah. I either way, I think it is what it is, man. Relationships are relationships, and
But to bring it up,
everybody has
14 years later.
it is what it is. Yeah.
I mean, but she has kids, and it obviously worked out, and like, it's life. Like, we weren't a match. So like, when she says mind games, no, it's not mind games. Like, the mind games came from, in all honesty, her camp. Like, that was the trouble she had. And that's a whole nother issue that she can address. I have nothing to do with that. I didn't train at her camp. I don't know the coach. I did nothing. I have nothing to do with that. Mind games, I guess when she means mind games, that would mean I wasn't into it. It wasn't a match.
It just wasn't a match.
So yeah. So, and you were around during that time, and you knew this. I'd be like, dude, I don't know what to do. Love the girl as a friend. Well, but when it came to that, I'm like, dude, it's just not. She's not my person. I found my person. She's not my person. So it's like, if it's not a match.
I remember you wanting it to be. I remember
we tried. It's just not
wanting it so badly to be your person.
It's just not,
because you loved everything about her, but sometimes in life it's just for you it's just not a match.
No,
you,
it just wasn't.
It's not there.
And again,
I've had that before.
And it doesn't mean she's a bad person or I'm a bad person. It just we're just not.
Yeah.
It was never going to work.
I remember that so well.
And I had to have that conversation.
I remember you calling me.
It was awful.
You were like,
awful.
I remember it. I remember you said, I want so badly because I like everything about her. I love everything about her. She's such an amazing person. I said, you got to go with what your heart is what your gut tells you. That when you decide to marry somebody or make it your life, that is not a rational decision.
No.
Like you can look at all their accolades and all their stuff. I think when you choose to make it that person your person, this is how I feel about my wife. I don't know why. I could give you all her awesome qualities, but I don't know why. One day I looked at her and I went, you're the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. Mm-hmm. Like, you're the one. I don't know. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. I can't bottle that.
You just know.
Yeah, you just know.
But in the last conversation, the last words I ever said to her, I said, and, told her how I felt, told her it's just not going to work. Clearly both upset. And I said, and you will never talk to me again. I know you, and we will never talk again. And we've never talked again.
Sucks.
Never.
Not a single word.
So that's kind of wild, though.
It's not, though.
But I mean, but then you never talk to her again. But like you said, like kind of popping up in a new book.
Yeah, but
she's not talking to me. Yeah. Like she's not. I'm popping up in the book like that, and that's in a negative. Like that. That's to highlight Travis and her and what she was going through. I'm sure it's like her last few fights, dealing with camp.
Yeah, you were a mention.
Getting her relationship with Travis, how that started, and then I'm in that story, I assume. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So it's just like, and then she explains that. Like, I
also think it's hilarious. I think what I love about it is that she goes, "I could have sworn he mouthed Ronda as fuck."
Maybe he did.
Poetic justice.
Maybe he did. Yeah, maybe he did.
Well, in her mind, it sounds like in her mind that's what it did. It didn't say he said that because I don't believe.
Maybe he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember asking.
And if he didn't,
I remember asking you.
And if he didn't,
you were concussed. It's like it wasn't like you were hearing.
Wasn't that concussed? No. But even if he did say that, maybe he did. But even if he didn't, if I'm writing a book, I would have made it way worse than that. Mm-hmm. I would have exaggerated way worse than that if I was to sell books.
Got in that. Forget all that. I remember when you got in that ring. I was with you every day for that camp.
Yep.
I remember when you got in that ring and you were like, "I've done everything I can." You were all ready, and I swear to God. When I saw you, because your head was so in podcasts and you had 1 foot in, 1 foot out, which is
I was making more money doing podcasting.
The famous podcast with Rogan. And he said that. And I remember seeing you were across from Travis. I looked at you. I swear to God, you looked like you had just woken up from a nap. Your hair was a little messy and you were like this. You were squinting and I was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
And I think I was with Tim Tebow at the time. Tim was there. He was watching with
Tim came to the Orlovsky fight.
Okay, that's right. That's right. But I remember seeing this. And
I was ready for that fight. I don't think that's fair. I was ready for that fight. I was ready to go. I just, Travis was just better. Like, people forget, like, Travis fought Cain Velasquez. He fought Verdum, like, Josh Barnett, like, Gonzaga. I just remember, like, we had a training partner I thought was similar size, and he wasn't. Like, Travis was so big.
Oh, fuck. I remember he had that wide stance.
His athleticism and his basketball background, like, he's a fucking nightmare, man. It couldn't be a worse matchup. Also, it made no sense either. Like, I was coming off a loss, and then you pair me up. Travis ranked number 3 in the world, so it didn't make a lot of sense. If I put my tinfoil hat on, I could give you some reasons why that fight happened, but I'm not going to. Okay, I'm not going to do that right now. But
I go back in time, and I just think to myself,
you do jujitsu and get a black belt.
no, I would have I would have been a black belt. That I want to go back in time, and I want to be 3 months before that, and I want to say, hey, you're gonna practice one thing for this fight. He's gonna have that wide stance, and you're gonna practice driving your shin into the lower meat
Oh
of
no,
his
that's
calf.
stupid.
What do you
That's
mean stupid?
That's not what I do.
Low kick?
No, hey bud, hey, 3 months before the fight, let's work on a technique you don't
You couldn't
do
pick
at
that
the
up in-
high.
you
no,
couldn't pick that
not
up
a
in 3
chance.
months?
No, that's stupid. Because I think I've thrown one head. I threw.
I'm not talking about head kick. I'm talking about low kick.
even harder. So we can talk about it. So that's not my thing. I never
never
threw
kick.
kicks. I never kicked.
I
It's
know,
not
but
my
dude,
thing.
can you just like
And the
fucking?
technique.
Do you have to? Hey, do you have to fucking piss on my parade?
Well, yeah, I do.
Like, I'm just-
because it's not realistic.
mean-
No, but I want people to know, like, that's the thing. So, in order to do 3 months before a fight, you're learning nothing new.
Really?
Nothing.
You can't put that in your
Fuck
quiver?
no. Hey, you're not a kicker, become a kicker. No, you would work on that like years prior.
I don't know, man. Low kicks? Like what? Why? You couldn't.
It's not what I do.
If you had Pereira, who was like, here's what you're
Alex?
gonna do. Yeah, he could teach you that shit. You're pretty athletic.
It's just it's hard to explain.
You wouldn't do it in the fight, right?
No, like
He might punch you in the grill, time it.
no, it's none of that. But if you're not a leg kicker, and if you're not training that, know the timing and how to do it.
Let me adjust.
And then
let me just adjust my time machine.
and then to do that and
Man,
at the highest level.
if I'd gotten you 2 years before that fight, dude, I
There you
would have
go.
had you drilling
There you
fucking
go.
low kicks.
Yeah.
Sorry, you know what I did? The dial was at 3 months. I meant to put it at 2 years.
3 years.
3 years. You need 3 years.
3 years, probably.
Dude, all right, 3 years.
Do it at the highest level is tough, man. To download and put it into your game, it takes years and years. And then not only let's say the 3 month thing, so you're doing it in camp, but then when the lights are hot, you're gonna do what you know. Like you're not gonna try new shit.
Unless you're Verdum. Verdum did a flying sidekick.
He does that in practice.
Hilarious.
That's what Verdum does.
That was hilarious.
But yeah, I mean, kicking that'd be wild. Just to throw that in, unless you're really focusing all the time. Yeah.
Bad.
But yeah, shout out to them for the book. Hopefully it goes well. I'm sure it will.
What's the book called?
Fuck Brendan Schaub.
Our fight.
I'm on the cover. Our fight.
Our fight.
Is it about her and her?
Our fight mean when me and her would argue?
God, she looks great though. Does she look great or what? Fucking what a, what is she doing? Is she in the WWE now?
No, she left WWE.
Yeah.
I think she just wanted to be the fuck out of the limelight, huh? Is that kind of what it was about? My fight.
She also made so
I
much
fight your-
money. She doesn't have to do anything. Like she's set, man.
No, this is an old one. This is a
Yeah.
2015 one. So, yeah, so now it's.
Yeah, she's also made so much money. Like she's won. Like she doesn't have to do anything. She did it.
There was a moment where she was thinking about coming back. Is that rumor?
That was rumors, yeah.
That was just rumors. She
Yeah.
never said it.
But she did transcend athletics, man. She was.
Oh,
I don't know
people
why
forget, man.
why feminists aren't writing teaching like classes on her as a trailblazer.
Agree.
The first person to come in and show like a bunch of bros like myself and everybody else that women have the same ferocity and heart as men do when it comes to fighting. I mean, in a lot of ways, they want to win just as bad. You don't think so?
I don't know about that, but I do think like it's almost she needs to hire like a PR team to help her because she's very, which is good too. She wears her heart on her sleeve. She's gonna tell you what she thinks, but the way she's handled the media since she's retired, it's like almost like overshadowed her accomplishments, which she's basically the Hoist Gracie of female fighters.
Yeah.
Like she is what Hoist Gracie stood for men. She's the Hoist Gracie for women.
She's the pioneer.
Like Hoist Gracie couldn't strike, didn't have all the skills, but still won, became a champion. She was kind of similar, couldn't really strike, dominated, and then it catches up to him. But that doesn't take away from what they did.
Yeah.
So it's like she almost needs a higher PR team just to soften and be like, hey, it's okay to say Holly Holm was better at striking. It's okay to say Amanda Nunes fight was, you were going through some tough times and that was a bad fight. Like you can give them their flowers. It's all, you can give people credit. But again, This is one of the downsides. When you have her mentality and you have that Kobe mentality, and I think her mentality is probably even stronger than Kobe's. When you have that Ronda mentality, they're not that the downside, that doesn't come with it. They will never give you a fucking inch. And that's why she's the greatest female fighter of all time. She won't give you a fucking inch. Think about it, this book is, what are we dating? We dated over 10 years ago. I'm in your book. Like, think about that.
Like
savage.
You know who's that way? Dan Gable. Dan Gable remembers, my friend wrote a book and interviewed him. Dan Gable remembers, and in detail, the one match he lost in high school. And talks about it. About it. Like,
but the ultimate winners are like that. Like, Ronda's a winner of everything she did. Judo, whatever she does,
What
WWE.
about Michael Jordan's Hall of Fame acceptance speech?
Savages. There's not a lot of sincerity. Like, Kobe, savage.
Yeah.
Like, those elite people, and there's not many of them, especially when it comes to athletics or whatever. Rogan, savage. Rogan doesn't forget anything.
No.
He's like a baby elephant, dude.
No, does not forget.
That tattoos.
He does not forget. And he'll be like, and he
forgets nothing. I do.
Will shut you out of his life too.
And you're out forever. Not me.
No. You and we'd be the worst judges, the worst cops.
No, I wouldn't say that. Like, I could do my job, but it's not good to hold that. Like,
some people
I wouldn't trade my mindset for Ronda's,
no.
Even though maybe that would have made me a champion. But that comes with, once you retire, there's some darkness and there's some heavy shit there, man. And like, when you're raising kids, it's not good. But so, that's one of the downsides. Like, and it's in everything: business, friendship, relationships. Like, it's tough.
Yeah.
But it takes you fucking high, man.
I think for me, I believe.
But I bet her book does well. I bet it does great.
My thing is this about everything. I think forgiveness is a fucking miracle, and I think forgiveness should be exercised all the time. And I also think that just in general, if you have a grudge against anybody in life, and they're renting space in your head, I think you're turning your back to an extent on your future. And there's a book called The Tools. Phil Stutz talks about that.
Is that a quote from the book?
Yeah, it is. But I like it because I thought about it.
Because
there are people right?
Yeah.
Well, that's
you stole the line.
No, but I've
you're like, there's actually this book, and I'm like, well, that's
I've given it credit. Yeah. But when I read it, it made sense. I went, because there are always people that in my life certainly have space. They're
living rent free.
They're living rent free. And when I read that, I went, damn, man, fuck, just give love, just shoot love, and just forgive and forget.
Shoot loads of love, man. You said it best.
I didn't say loads though, dude. Why'd you say
that
loads?
Means a lot of love.
No, dude, I don't like the way you said it.
A load of love.
No, dude, that's a different kind of load.
I'll give you a load of love.
That's a different kind of load.
It depends.
Let's take a little break, Brendan. I want to talk about legacy. Sperm counts are dropping worldwide. Okay, the average man is only half as fertile as his grandfather was, and scientists think it's due to a bunch of factors. Could be obesity, it could be diet, it could be pollution.
Dude, it's a sperm crisis.
1 in 10 men have a low sperm count. 1 in 6 couples will experience infertility. 50% of those cases are attributable to sperm.
I'll tell you what, I'd like you the sample of that guy that was shooting loads at Whole Foods.
Well, we don't have to talk about that guy, but testosterone therapy ain't going to help you. It can actually lower or stop sperm production.
Your boy went through that. I had to get on some other stuff to get the old spermies back in active.
Well, guess
TRT
what?
destroyed by sperm count.
Your sperm quality peaks around 30, then declines 1% each year. Okay?
You ain't lying.
So contrary to conventional wisdom, not every man can produce healthy children at any age. By age 45, men have 6 times the risk of infertility or...
Not my boy.
Not me. Thank
57.
God. Woo! Producing a child with birth defects or neurological issues such as autism. So...
You're like Cromartie from the Jet.
There's a lot of things. I am.
Yeah,
I really am. But Give Legacy will send you a sample collection kit to your home, okay? And basically, it eliminates the need to go to a visit to a doctor,
which are so awkward.
Yeah,
and it's a good idea to get tested for your sperm, especially if you're trying to have kiddos. So Legacy sends a sample straight to your home.
Yep.
All right. The sample is analyzed at a lab, and they give you the results. It's 5 industry standard metrics of sperm quality and they
It's the same.
do it
It's the same
securely.
provided by traditional fertility clinics.
You can freeze your sperm. The sample is split, securely stored in 2 locations to protect it from natural disasters.
And they have a variety of storage plans from 1 to 25 years for the cost of a few cups of coffee a month. All right.
It's time to take your future into your own hands. Testing and freezing your youngest, healthiest spermies. Keep all your future options open. Legacy offers sperm testing and freezing you can do 100% from your crib. To see if sperm testing and freezing is right for you, visit givelegacy.com and use promo code FIGHTER for 10% off. That's GIVE legacy.com, promo code FIGHTER.
What else you got?
I'll rent space in your head right now, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I live rent free.
It's been bothering me
I live
because I didn't really
rent-free.
appreciate you being
You know where I live?
on top of me.
You know where I live?
What?
Grandma keeps the cookies up top.
That's great. Do you know what
Hey.
Do you know what
Hey, up top.
Yeah. Do you know what
Hey, you know where Grandma keeps the cookies?
Yeah.
Top cupboard.
All right. I
get
know.
it?
Yeah, I get it.
You know those soft,
You
you
got
know
your-
those soft oatmeal cookies
Yeah, you got
Grandma
your
would
You
have?
got your fingers in the cookie jar. In my cookie jar.
Daddy's top shelf.
And you got your fingers in my
Hey,
cookie jar.
Daddy's top shelf.
Top shelf.
Can't reach it. I
Yeah.
live there, dude.
You live up there.
With oatmeal cookies.
Can I tell you?
Shitting in your brain.
Can I tell you something though?
What?
And all bullshit aside, it's all good.
Get
the
out-
last
get
time
out
we
your head.
rolled, the last time we rolled, you tried to catch me in something. I went into your guard, but I didn't
talking about the
have
triangle?
to. But I didn't have to, and I knew better than that. But I just decided to because I could have put my head on the outside. That's number 1.
Sure.
Number 2, you tried to get me in an armbar, and I slipped out of it.
No, you see,
Yes, I did.
you know it's
I did.
cute. You know how how I'm living upstairs?
What?
Where's Grandma keep the cookies?
Upstairs?
Up top.
Oh, no.
Right? Up top.
Yeah.
Top shelf.
Yeah.
Right? I live top shelf with you.
Yeah.
I live top shelf. I'm living
Yeah.
good. You know why I live good?
Why?
Because you're so amateur at jiu-jitsu. You thought you got out of an arm bar when you were getting set up for a triangle.
No. Excuse me. I know that I was getting set up for a triangle. The point is, you were telegraphing that.
Yes.
And I went
So
into
you
it.
roll into the
I just
triangle.
went into it because I was like,
And it
we're
was
not on a
sloppy.
mat.
And it was sloppy.
Yeah.
Hey, you know Grandma spaghetti? It's sloppy,
No,
right?
but then-
hey, Grandma spaghetti meatballs?
Yeah.
Sloppy, right?
Yeah.
You know that arm bar? Sloppy.
Yeah.
You know why?
Because you were luring me.
Yeah.
Oh, you were setting bait.
Yeah, you fish, right?
A fish.
You fish.
Yeah.
Oh, I caught me an old gray fish. And this one's stupid, right?
Hey,
And you know what?
Hey, listen.
Hey, this is gonna hurt your
Yeah,
feelings?
yeah.
We ain't keeping you, bud.
throwing me back.
Yeah, we're not eating you.
You throwing me back?
Throwing you right back in the water.
What?
This one.
Will you
this
take
one
the
don't have
hook
a lot
out?
of time left. This one's teeth are all jangled up.
Yeah. Can I tell you something about?
Hey, this one's fins are all
Yeah.
frail.
Can I tell you something about that fish?
Huh?
You ready for this?
Keep you busy.
He learned fast. He learned fast. He don't make the same mistake twice. Remember that. Remember that. Because I will never fall for that bullshit again.
When you go to sleep tonight,
Yeah?
who's top shelf?
Hey, dude.
Hey,
I'll put a seal on that fucking cookie jar and you ain't getting your fingers in there.
yeah, I'm up there though.
No, I'm keeping, hey, you fishing around?
I'm still up there.
Hey, get out of here.
Man, you're gonna wake up and hear
Because I forgot to lock the cupboard.
Daddy's up there whenever I want. Whenever I want. Hey man, come on, my grandma. Oh, there's only a few cookies left. I'm top shelf. Brendan's top shelf, right? At all times with you, right? You're me thinking about that triangle setup all tonight. Oh, I can't sleep. I smell oatmeal cookies.
Put your head on the other side. Put your head on the other side. Don't get it. Ah!
And then you're gonna be doing this. Your wife's gonna be like, why do you keep, you're doing this? What are you doing? You're like, I gotta get all these crumbs off my face. Why? Brendan's eating the oatmeal cookies top shelf. Right? Right?
All right. What else you got, Jim? This is fucking bullshit.
The top shelf though, right?
Bullshit, man.
All right, current events.
Stop saying top shelf. Yeah, current events.
Let's stop.
That
You're
was a
gonna,
current
you're gonna
event.
lay your head down tonight here. Well, it's like, just go to bed. But I can't. Brendan's eating cookies top shelf.
Brandon's got to finish the cookies in the jar. It's so many cookies.
He's in the top shelf.
His
again.
fingers are dirty.
He never washes
fingers
his
are dirty.
fingers.
Why dirty fingers?
What do you got, Jen?
Oh, God. I'd like to go into some current events.
Could we please?
Yeah, I'd like to.
So there's like a few combat sports ones.
Hold on.
Other
before
than
we
the
go
Ronda
in,
Rousey one. What?
I like to take a little. See, mental performance is very important to me. And and I'm going to take a mental performance shot because
That
Magic
was
Mind
so smooth, man.
is in my hand. Yeah, I'm very smooth. Speaking of smooth, nothing is smoother than the antioxidants and the matcha and everything else that's in this outstanding shot called Magic Mind.
You know what it doesn't do though? It helps with your mental clarity. It's a crazy nootropic. I absolutely love them. It doesn't help with hair growth, does it? That's one thing we can say about. It's the one negative.
I saw one of our impromptu conversations about Magic Mind, and I could see so much of my scalp. And then I saw.
I think that's good for you to see.
It's good for me to see. But, does it matter what I look like on the outside?
As long as that brain's popping.
When the brain is popping, when my brain's in a sense of flow, you know what I mean?
Do we care that Elon Musk doesn't look like Brad Pitt? No.
We don't care about that. And I want to get more Musk-like. I want to get more, and I ain't talking about my smell. I'm talking about I want to get a little smarter. I want a little more mental clarity. And there we go. I love these. My wife is obsessed. You know what?
Good.
Try some Magic Mind. And you tell me how you feel. Go ahead.
Mental performance shot. That's a good way to put it. Way cheaper than coffee, tell that much.
Yeah, it is cheaper than coffee, but it's got that. What I do is I always drink my coffee and then I have a Magic Mind because for whatever reason, and I think this is by design, it makes your coffee last a lot longer. So it somehow makes the caffeine last a lot longer. I have no idea why.
Buzz vibe.
Yeah, but I love it.
What do you got, Chad?
Gosh,
Alrighty.
do I seem smarter? Do I seem like more flowed, more mentally keyed in right now? Look at my eyes.
Yeah, I should look. Yeah.
I feel. Yeah, this is weird. What? I wonder what
Dude,
it is.
did you take a Magic Mind or did you?
I just took a Magic Mind just now.
Or both.
What?
I said,
it looks like I had my eyes done.
Yeah.
But I didn't have them done because I had them done a long time ago. But they look clearer and they look a lot more intelligent.
Yeah.
My eyes look more intelligent.
Yeah.
Because I feel more intelligent.
Dude, you're woke now.
I feel like mentally, if I had to do a mental performance, that I would score higher right now.
I think you would.
Yeah.
What do you got,
feel
Chad?
it?
All right, some combat sports stuff. So Joaquin Buckley, remember he called out Conor McGregor, which was like amongst a lot of like commentators, people in the MMA world, they said that was like a terrible call out.
I do think it was a bad call out. I said it was a bad call out, but I also said this, like, don't be too hard on him. Like, shoot or shoot.
Yeah.
Like, but the UFC asked for this, so he got it. And he was like, man, I'm in my hometown. I get a big win. Like, let's shoot for the moon. Hopefully I land on the stars. That's all he's doing. And also, name another call out that got this much attention.
That's very true. Yeah. But so Daniel Cormier, Chael Sonnen, and they're the main ones. They gave him some crap about it, and then this is what Joaquin Buckley said.
Whoa.
So Joaquin Buckley first, and then look how Daniel Cormier responds.
Hold on. So real quick. So DC, Bisping, and Chael Sonnen. So three of the Mount Rushmores of analysts in the game critique you. And Joaquin put, let this be known, DC, Bisping, Chael Sonnen, y'all mamas raid some hoes. Y'all really trying to twist up my words knowing damn well what I said in the cage, but it's okay. We can all have some fun. I don't think anyone's twisting his words. But DC, this is... You know what? No, hold on. Before I read what DC said. What's going on with DC is what... It's like, and I get it, nobody gets it more than me, where you want to fire off at people, but you don't. But for whatever reason, y'all must have forgot. Because it became this cool thing to shit on DC. It became this cool thing to treat him like he's Nickelback of the UFC.
That's hilarious.
And then finally, one day DC went, I'm DC. Oh, no more.
Yeah.
So this is out of his character. This is how you know he's fed up with it, and he's gonna start whooping ass.
You're being disrespectful.
DC put shut up, pussy. Straight up. Maybe listen. You had a dumbass call out. You're getting talked about by three of the biggest voices in the game. Maybe listen. It was the worst call out in history. Don't let winning a few fights at 170 get you too excited, bruh. Don't mention Audrey.
That's his mother's name.
Oh, wow.
Oh, because he said mama.
He says, the mothers raised hoes, right? So
that's hilarious. That like Joaquin Buckley is talking about those, a legend like Daniel Cormier.
Exactly.
Like don't make Daniel get up, take his jacket off, and go fight you right now.
And it's not a knock on.
Wouldn't be good for.
It's not a knock on, but he handled this wrong going after those three. That was a bad idea. I want everyone to be very clear. Buckley wouldn't beat up any of those three.
Correct. Right now.
No. No, DC, Bisping, Chael Sonnen put something heavy on you. But again, people forget and they think because they see them in suit and ties and doing their thing, like, oh, those guys have beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, they also
like
have,
I get
how about
shit.
their
I get shit
legacy?
all the time. Like I know you see me on here. I'm talking about Top Shelf and all that. Don't get it twisted. If I have to,
Well, it'd be ugly.
yeah, but it's
ugly.
not. But people forget.
Yeah, but also Bisping and Chael Sonnen and Daniel Cormier, like what they contributed to the sport. What the fuck are we talking about here?
Now DC's a
But I
professional,
guess
so it's
he
not.
was mad about the fact that they were twisting his words. Is that what the idea was?
They weren't twisting his words.
They weren't.
That
They
has
were just saying
nothing
it was
to do
just a
with
bad. It was like not the smartest call out.
Yeah.
Because he's not on the top of the division.
No, he's
so.
not there yet. My only caveat with that is, was it the worst call out of all time? No. Was it a great call out? No. But shooters gotta
Shoot, yeah,
shoot.
shoot your shot,
Like
yeah.
you gotta.
Hey,
like
we're talking about it.
that's
Exactly,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like
And if he can back some shit up, this is how you start making a name for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you can back some shit up, we're all having a conversation. He provoked a reaction from one of the biggest, greatest fighters ever to step in the
I
octagon.
appreciate it. I
No,
wouldn't
no, I
say
was talking
that.
about DC. Come on, man.
Oh, dude. Okay,
Dude.
No, I appreciate it.
No.
I wouldn't say that, but
No,
dude,
but the greatest podcast
thank you for
of
giving
all
my
time.
flowers.
Now, a lot of people might have forgot, but we, the pioneering podcast.
sometimes you got to flex on him.
That's all.
I love that DC's firing back though, because usually he would never say anything ever.
And the way he fired back is badass.
Shut up,
Just shut
pussy.
up, pussy.
Maybe
In the
listen.
first 2 or 3 words.
But
shut
I
up.
think he was triggered because he said something about his mom. you know?
yeah.
Or it's just DC. I've seen DC do this. He's like, hey, don't be
No,
don't be
no,
disrespectful.
that's not like
you know?
DC. DC doesn't do that.
No, but if you push him, he'll be like, don't be disrespectful.
No, not online either.
No,
like,
he's
DC's
done that. I've heard him
not
do that.
online. Not online.
I've heard him do that on camera, where he said, hey,
against
watch
John Jones. No, this is
No,
recent.
somebody else.
No,
This is-
there was a fighter that
Yeah.
said like you shouldn't have put this fighter against you. He was like, dude, I didn't want to do this. And then, do you know who you're talking to? Do you know?
Yeah, he goes,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
be
You see, and then the guy apologized.
No, that was the
right
start
after.
of it.
Right.
But before that, he was like, all right,
Yes,
he's like, I was
yes,
doing my
yes.
job. And then he talked about it. He was like, like something switched where y'all must have forgot. Like, I'm not putting up with it anymore.
Right.
That was the first incident. This is the second. Like, DC's just not taking shit anymore.
No.
I like it.
Yeah, I love
I
it.
do too. I do too.
All right, here's the next one. This is Ariel Helwani. Breaking this news: Darren Till will make his first pro boxing debut against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. for the Jake Paul Tyson card.
That's an interesting one. It's interesting because Darren Till has 0 boxing fights. So it's weird it got sanctioned in the first place, but I'll take Darren Till.
I will not. I will take.
Julio?
But it depends.
It depends how serious he's taking it.
Were you the one who told me about the Freddie Roach thing?
Yep.
Yeah. So
And that was in his prime.
yeah,
And did you see him lose to Anderson Silva?
yeah. It depends on what's going on in his head. I don't know.
I don't think his head gets better at this age. That's the thing. And Darren Till, he can hit, man.
Yeah.
I'll take Darren Till. Did it say how many rounds?
Yeah, so 6 3-minute rounds, and it's at 190 pounds.
Only 6 rounds out. See, I think the 6 rounds actually, it's not great for Darren, but the card does need some more pop.
That's a
a
pretty
good one.
pop, yeah, it's a pretty good pop.
Interesting.
I thought they were going to do Darren Till versus Mike Perry and bare knuckle, but
Fuck.
There was
Full
talks
attack.
about, yeah, but then Darren Till said he's just too big and too strong. But either way, whatever. So this is in Mexico. It's so frustrating to watch this because this woman, by the way, tourists in general, right, in Yellowstone where they come up to bisons and stuff, they're just taking pictures. They're just like,
Morons. Just say it.
they're called Turons, yeah. So I'll just play this clip for you.
Turons.
And this is at a beach, and look at this.
Where
And
the
people
fuck's-
are yelling at
What
it.
beach is where these big ass bulls are at?
I'll show you the name of it. It's too hard to.
Get out of the way, lady.
Oh, she thinks he's like
That's her
friendly.
stuff. So that's her stuff. She wants to get her stuff back.
He's gonna headbutt her, huh?
Oh, just keep watching.
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, she thinks he's like calm and cool. He's like, hey, bitch, are those Cheetos?
Please get out of the way.
Everyone's saying like, just get away. Stop it. They're pleading with her.
She needs to get away.
Someone said, Jesus Christ, get out of the way. Oh, does he?
Stay down. You got to stay down when that happens.
Does he put
Don't
one
get
in a-
up. Don't get up. Stay down.
Watch. Just keep watching.
Does he put one in her rumper? Ooh,
She's got to stay down. She's not staying down.
oh. Now, was it worth it for those fucking cheese crackers?
So now she's finally
get in
like
the car.
staying
Somebody get in the
still.
car. Cover your head
She
up.
either trying to stay still or she broke her back.
She's staying still now. Finally, she's listening to people.
Okay,
That's a bull.
for sure, get up and run now.
Yeah, she does.
Dude, he went back to the Cheez-Its.
How do you know the Jesus?
He's all, was it worth it? I bet he turned around and went, did you have fun?
Yeah. So there are a lot of stories, very credible stories of fighting bulls getting loose and going into houses and killing a bunch of people. Literally.
Yeah.
Where is that at,
go
you?
crazy.
So here, if you guys can read it. The Federal Maritime Terrestrial Zone official informed local outlet El Sud Californiano.
I'm asking you again. Where the fuck is
In
this
Mexico.
at?
It's in Mexico.
It's in
Because there's
Southern
livestock-
California.
there's livestock
El
ranches
Sud
around that area.
Californiano.
Yeah, so there's livestock ranches around that area.
Oh,
So
so-
sometimes, livestock does get,
Yeah, they jump over
they
the
find their
fence.
way out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine going up to a grown bull like that for your
They're
sunscreen
so ignorant. They don't know
and
like
your Teddy Grams?
I wouldn't go up to a cow,
No.
let alone a bull.
No.
But it happens all the time in the national parks.
People are too comfortable.
They just don't understand.
They're like,
And
"Oh, I've seen Ferdinand.
and Brian mentioned too before.
Great movie.
A lot of them are like Asian people that are tourists.
But was
come
that
out.
lady Asian?
No, she looked white to me. I don't know.
Like,
You don't see a lot of Asians in Mexico, right? Not a vacation spot for Asians.
might be too
Is that
far.
fair?
Might be too
That's
far.
that's fair. I
You
don't know.
You don't see a lot of
don't know.
pictures on the gram of Asians in Mexico. Someone needs to look into that.
Yeah. That's a good point.
I think this is disturbing, but also kind of funny to me. I don't know why. So this is a plastic surgeon, and she went to a Whole Foods after doing a Pilates class, and someone jacked off on her back in the Whole Foods.
He just.
And dude, here's the thing that sucks. So she felt something.
Motherfucker.
Here's the thing that sucks. There's more than one thing.
So there's multiple. So she felt something hit her back. So she touched it, and she said it felt like a gooey substance.
Oh, Christ.
And then she realized that he jacked
cum,
off
baby.
on her back. Yeah.
Some guy just.
That would never happen at Erewhon, though. Ever.
You never
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
There's some suspects there. But here's my thing. Was he falling around like aisle to aisle while he's jacking it? Was she not?
Probably.
She's definitely attractive. So I guess like he probably like targeted her.
Well, nowadays, a lot of guys that see that
said
wouldn't do
target.
anything. A lot of guys who see that wouldn't do anything. If you see that, you got to fucking.
No. So what she did was she threw potato chips at the guy, and then someone, luckily, they saw her chasing after him. Someone took a picture of his license plate, so he might be.
Thank God,
He should
man.
be caught.
Put that
at
guy
some point
away,
You
soon.
pick up a jar of pickles and throw it as hard as you can at his head. Then you take another jar. Then you take a can until you.
Hey, let me
knock
ask you
him out.
this, Captain America,
Yeah.
Captain Save-A-Ho.
Yeah.
While he's jacking off,
Yeah.
if you saw him shooting ropes, you'd be like, no, would you jump in front?
Let me have my lady. Goose.
Icing, Cinnabon.
Sty, pink eye. Fuck. He's a hero. Eye patch.
You're on the news. You know, I just felt like it was the right thing to
I
do.
Had to jump in the way.
Were you punching the eye? No. His fat load hit me right in the eyeball. Can I say that on the news? Yeah, we're live.
This story contains details that some will find graphic. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say that would be that guy can shoot some heavy arcs. First of all,
Also, yeah, dude, he's
Jesus.
shooting, man.
fuck.
That's
But on the back.
Congratulations. Huh?
It was on her back. It wasn't on her feet.
On her back. Like, what a-
And she just
Jesus.
felt something kind of hit her. Like
Ah, Christ!
Damn,
Play it. Let me see what
dude.
the hell's going on.
Oh, they got video of it?
no, I'm sure they have.
do.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do.
They don't.
I want to
Yeah,
see
they-
those. I want to see those silly string ropes.
Some
dog.
fucking cuckoo bird.
All right, let's. Oh, this. Okay, so
Oh,
Eric,
real quick, ethnicity of the guy shooting ropes.
they don't know yet.
Brendan.
What?
Brendan.
I need all facts. Here
We don't
before
need anything.
No, I'll go looking for him.
What does it matter? Come on.
I gotta find this guy for.
I don't like. If you want to know his background, you want to know his 23andMe. Do we have his?
Well,
Genetic background.
I'm gonna assume things.
You
'cause
want to know because you want to see who can shoot such heavy ropes.
that
far.
for research purposes.
Yeah.
And then also the size of his wang. Because if it's small and he's shooting that heavy,
Well, when
it's
you have
crazy.
a longer barrel, you shoot. So sniper rifle has a long barrel because you want to be able to shoot a mile. You understand?
That's what I'm saying.
When you got a snub nose revolver, you're not going to shoot somebody from a mile away.
Well, snub
Bull's
nose
not
is
make
gonna
that.
spray everywhere,
A
right?
snub nose is
like-
gonna. It's like when you have
Was
a
it
shotgun.
a sawed-off shotgun?
If I have a shotgun, I'm gonna start off because I want a wide scatter shot.
Because this sounds like it was a big black rifle.
Now, Brendan, I'm not getting involved. Next event. God damn it.
Let's take a break, Brian.
Yeah. You know,
How's your wiener, man?
My wiener?
As a friend, I don't think guys ask that enough. Like, I don't want to be shamed if I go, how's your wiener doing?
my
dude?"
buddy took one of those drugs that helps your wiener. And he goes, he's a single dude.
He grew a
He goes,
tail.
he said, my head, he goes, I felt like my face was on fire. My head hurts so badly.
Oh, I've
'Cause what it does
taken one.
is-
My blood pressure went through the roof.
it's not good because it dilates blood vessels. But
The point is, you don't have to use all that nasty stuff. Maybe you want to try the weird gas station stuff. Don't do any
go
of
ahead.
that.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Use Joy Mode. It's made natural and it's science backed. It's
Yeah.
a sexual wellness product for the bros. Basically, think of it as a sexual performance booster. It's a pre-workout, but for sex.
Yeah, it's got arginine, nitrate. It's got L-citrulline, Panax ginseng. It's got vitamin C. Created by best-in-class scientists and biochemistry PhDs. So, this is what it is. It's a sexual performance booster. It basically raises blood nitric levels or nitric.
Yeah, it just doesn't support a strong wiener. Your blood vessel, cardiovascular health, your athletic performance, healthy blood pressure, and again, just that general boner health.
General boner function.
It's a no-brainer. So if you want to spice things up in the bedroom and boost your sexual performance and do it naturally without nasty prescription drugs, boy, do we have an offer for you guys. Go to usejoymode.com/fighter. Enter the code FIGHTER at checkout for 20% off your first order. That's usejoymode.com/fighter for 20% off your first order.
And let
Thanks,
us know.
Joy Mode.
Let us know what you think. Like, hit us up. I want to know what you think.
DM Brian, tell him about your wiener.
DM me and tell me what you think of it.
Tell Brian about your dick.
Yeah, I'm curious.
DM
No,
him.
don't tell me about that.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah.
I want to know.
Show Brian your balls.
I want to know what happens when you use it. Yeah. We going fishing. We going fishing in Alaska.
I'm going to be killing fish like a seal.
We're going to be hitting Sportsman's Cove Lodge.
Oh, I can't wait. It's in Alaska. You talking about
I'm talking
5 boats, 6 guests, so
I'm
it's
talking
not
about
all
sport
crowded.
fishing. I'm going sport fishing in
Dude,
Southeast
and we're
Alaska.
going for salmon, halibut, whatever else
Big
Chin
fish,
wants to
big
kill.
fish.
Big boy fish.
I'm looking for Arctic shark. I don't
Dude,
care what anybody
3-to-1
says.
angler to crew ratio, a 1-to-1 staff to guest ratio. The food is fantastic.
Well,
the
it's best in the
facilities,
industry.
you're
Locally
basically
sourced.
4 seasons, but on the water.
Yep. Alaska'sBestLodge.com. I can't believe we're doing this. Right now, they are running a sale, $800 off any June dates. The discount code is TFATK at checkout for 10% off your first trip. There's a limit of 6 slots per person. Buy one, get one, limit of 1 per person. There's a very limited availability, by the way, and there should be. Chin, you are pumped to be coming, aren't you? This is like a dream trip for
It
you.
is my dream come true, yeah.
There it is.
Well, you're welcome.
They got June 29th to July 2nd. They got July 6th through July 9th. They got July 9th through July 13th.
Fucking get there, man.
Get there. So use code TFATK at checkout for 10% off your first trip. Limit of 6 slots per person. Buy one, get one. Limit of 1 person. There's very limited availability. June
it's going
29th.
fast.
Yes. June 29th to July 2nd.
Oh,
July
fast.
6th.
It's going
Yeah,
fast.
July
Get
9th.
there.
July 9th to July 13th. Those are the windows. Jump
See you
on
in
it.
Alaska.
$800 off.
Alaska.
God, now I'm turned on. I mean, now I'm grossed out.
Oh, so Eric Griffin sent this to a group chat. So just read it.
Breaking news. The government in Peru has officially changed its laws to legally classify transgender, non-binary, and intersex people as mentally ill. And advocacy groups are pissed. Yeah, well, they would be there.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Well, in our country, and you're not. If
I don't
somebody,
get kicked off YouTube, but also, yeah.
in our country,
Yeah.
if somebody, and we have examples of this. Some of these kids who went to I think it was the St. Louis School of Children's Hospital, who said that they were trans. One kid was exhibiting he was literally in love with, I think, a beach ball. And he was talking about how his beach ball was somebody he was in love with. And he was exhibiting major signs of mental illness. So in this country, you cannot associate, even if they're exhibiting major mental illness issues, you cannot classify it as mental illness if the person also happens to be trans. So, for
But
example,
why wouldn't that kid speak out when they said, no, you're trans? He's like, no, I
because
like the
we
beach
have been
ball, dude."
hijacked by this very loud, tiny, but radical and religious minority in the transgender community. So let me say that again. If a kid is exhibiting clear signs of neurosis, clear signs of mental illness, with paranoid delusion,
Put them in a dress.
and then they also say, I'm trans, the psychiatrist in a lot of states has to take that claim as legitimate, regardless of what the other things are going on.
As Rogan
And if
says,
you
it's a
ever-
cult. Like
Yeah.
all
It's
that stuff, it's a cult.
It's
a
also,
movement.
somebody else said, I thought was very interesting, it's a form of rebirth. It's a religion. It's the idea that my old self is dead, my new self is reborn. That's born again Christianity, right?
Phoenix.
When you're baptized. Only the
Phoenix.
difference is with Christianity, obviously,
Through the
there's
ashes.
a structure of love and all that, and this is its own religion. This is an ideology that is,
Dude, no doubt. I want to go back to the guy shooting ropes. Hey, so what's going on with him? Speaking of mental illness, so you got the guy shooting ropes at Whole Foods on people's back.
Yeah,
Insane, right?
That's insane.
At
And
like
then
3
just-
p.m. in the day. Yeah.
in the middle of the afternoon while you're shopping for tomatoes. Wild, and it scares me, right? I'd rather you beat me up.
Yep.
So you got a guy shooting rope at the produce aisle in Whole Foods. Then I also saw a guy online taking a gas hose and sticking up his ass while jacking off.
You did?
Everybody did. Have you not seen this?
No.
And the guy has a hog on him, this older guy. He takes, like the 91 gas pump?
Sure.
He goes, cool. Well, that thing is a shape of a dick, I guess. I'm going to take your gas pump. He puts it in his ass while he's jacking off in public. He sees people watching, goes, oh, God. Takes it out of his ass, puts it back on the thing,
Yeah.
and doesn't clean it off, and then walks away.
So
Wow.
we'll show Bri, but we're not gonna. Obviously, we're not gonna
Yeah,
show.
I'd like
the
to see that.
crowd.
Oh, hey, has a hog on it, too.
Really?
Older
Yeah.
gentleman.
Yeah.
Clearly not all there.
Right. Well, I would imagine not all there,
Look at
but
this.
that's not
You ready?
good.
He has a, he has
For
a,
the record, this gentleman
hey, look, he has
is,
a dick on him.
for the record, this gentleman is white as shit.
Cosa fai? Cosa fai?
He said, my bad. Middle of the day.
Yeah. He's not he
Not
doesn't-
American.
Not good thigh development.
Dude, look at that.
Yeah.
He does have a
Well, there's not much to do there, and he's in a Spanish speaking country, and
Jack it off.
he's just got a gas.
Bro, it's 1 in the afternoon. Look at his hog.
That is the strangest thing.
He has a dick on him, though, huh?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
Hey,
Not a bad dick.
but imagine if you went to go fill up your gas tank, you'd be like, this gas smells like shit, dude.
Yeah, things haven't worked out for him. And that's not.
Hey, what's
yeah.
rock bottom look like?
That's-
In a picture, what's rock bottom look like?
That's rock bottom. Look at that. That is just rock bottom.
When someone goes, what's rock bottom look like? I'm going, hey, did you see that guy put the gas thing in his asshole?
We found him at a gas station.
That's rock bottom.
Yeah. Well, the police report is he had the
Yeah,
gas
look at him.
spout in his rectum.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I
Moving
can't
on.
believe you didn't see that.
Wow.
So-
Roadhouse sequel in the works.
Yeah.
Of course, it did over 50 mil. Why wouldn't
I
they do
hear
a
a
second
lot of
one?
mixed reviews. Did we ever get your guys' opinion on it?
Here's the thing: is it a Daniel Day-Lewis movie? No.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? If you're looking for a good time and you like Connor and you like action, yeah, it checks all boxes.
It's fun, yeah.
Is it gonna win a fucking Oscar? No. So you have to set your expectations. Connor's great; he's electrifying on camera. So, and it also crushed in the box, or not in the box office, but
Amazon.
streaming.
Mm-hmm.
So why wouldn't they do a part 2? Jake Gyllenhaal's great.
Yeah.
80 million worldwide viewers, it says.
That's massive.
What's that?
Over 50 million worldwide viewers in the first 2 weekends.
Wow.
Yeah.
80 million total.
Of course, they're doing a part 2. But again, is it gonna be?
Jake Gyllenhaal's so good.
He's great.
He's just such a good
Connor's
actor.
good in this too.
Yeah.
He's fun in it. But again, it's not like, do you go to Fast and Furious and critique their acting? No.
It was so much
it's a
fun.
getaway.
It was so ridiculous.
You know what it
so
is? It's a
fun.
getaway from people fucking blowing loads on people's back in Whole Foods.
That's right.
And a getaway from the guy taking the 91 gas tank and sticking up his ass.
That's right.
This is a nice
right.
vacation.
It's a nice vacation.
Because that guy putting that
Real life-
85
real life
octane
is
gas in
full
his
of-
asshole is going to live upstairs.
Real
for a
life
while.
is full of random aisle comers and gas pump
Ryan.
sitters.
I'd like more info on both those gentlemen, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, there it is.
Snoop Dogg and Michael Bublé are going to be the new voice coaches, guys. Snoop said he's really excited about this because now he can show people he really does know music. But
Can you go back?
I don't know.
Go back up there.
To the pictures? Or where?
Yeah.
What about it?
Snoop Dogg is not a singer, and I don't know how he's going to be a voice teacher. Like, I would not choose him as my voice teacher ever in a million years. I have a better voice right now than him.
You do.
I just do.
But you know what? It's not even about that. It's
it's
more
about
like
team.
connections, like what's gonna pop. So, like if you've ever watched The Voice, none of them are teach them anything. They actually have voice coaches on each team that teach them how to sing. They're just celebrities.
They recognize stars.
They could put
recognize-
Mario Lopez, who can't sing, and he picks because he thinks they're good. Then they get with real coaches. Like he's not giving them like singing lessons. So they just need the most famous person possible to do it. Like Brad Pitt could do it. It doesn't matter. Snoop,
makes
sure.
sense.
Now Michael Bublé can fucking sing. His Christmas album, take my money.
Yeah, he can sing.
Him, Clay can fuck off, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. He can sing. His dad was
Michael Bublé. His dad was what?
one of the most famous crooners of all time.
Mr. Bublé was what?
Michael Bublé's father was one of the greatest crooners. Louis Bublé.
You know how he's a fisherman. So you're a piece of shit, right? Because you lie.
You sold that so well.
Who is Bublé? There was a Bublé that was a famous Bublé.
God, Brian.
When he wasn't fishing, Louis Bublé.
I went, oh, he's a fisherman.
famous Bublé.
I'm so upset. You sold that so well. I believe.
I've been doing the show so long, I knew that was bullshit.
Oh, damn it.
Hold on. Famous Bublé.
Oh, hold on. Give me
Not
a
famous
second.
Bible.
Brian
Give me a
said,
second.
Brian was like, his dad was a famous horse racer and very successful. And that's where Michael learned.
Gosh.
Yeah.
They're all just showing
Go.
Bibles.
You put no.
No, I
Bublé.
did. Look, I put Bublé.
You have to put with the accent.
This thing right here?
Say what is Mike? Say singer, great famous singer Bublé. Let me see something.
Great.
Just
Old guy.
Hey, buddy, you're old and confused, and this is going to ruin the podcast.
No, this is actually pretty funny. Hold on.
Wait.
Let's see. Great famous singer. It's Michael Bublé.
So yeah, Michael Bublé's father was a fisherman. And he's super,
You know what? A damn good one, though.
a good fisherman, dude.
Fuck yeah, he's good.
Shit.
Oh, God. That was funny.
I was
Damn good
positive that
fisher.
there was a great.
No, but
singer
he was
named
the
Bublé.
fisher.
Bublé.
Is there an old singer named Bublé?
Nope. You know what? You're thinking of the fizzy drink.
Right. Is he a jazz singer, Michael Bublé?
No, he's like old, like crooner style.
That
You
would
know?
be the guy.
He's like,
I'd
luck,
argue.
be a lady
Tonight."
tonight.
He is the Frank Sinatra of our generation.
Yes.
Oh, he is. All right.
And when you hear him
who I was
sing
talking
Frank, it's so good.
about. There you go. That's who I was talking about.
He went away for a few years because his kiddo had cancer. He's like 3-year-old had cancer. Yeah, super dark.
His kid's okay though, right? I hope.
I don't know for sure. I think so though. Hopefully.
Who, Bublé's?
Yes.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah. His kid got really sick.
Because I can't think of anything more worse than that.
No, that's terrible.
Yeah. He went away for because everyone was like, "Oh, where'd he go? His career?" And he was like, "It was bad."
Yeah.
Liver cancer at age 3.
Come on.
Did he survive it?
I don't know. Let's
Yeah,
see.
I believe so.
Please tell me he survived it. Oh yeah, 10 years.
Yeah. Thank God.
Yeah. So his son's okay.
Yeah.
Horrible, man. Horrible. Liver cancer at 3?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Some of those things.
What else you got, Jen?
Hold on. Computer's a little slow. Let me get
So you guys know in New York they have that portal that lets you it's in Times Square. You can see to Dublin. It's been up for a little bit now.
So you know how it works, B? So it's a
They
portal.
can see you. You can see them.
Yeah,
I
but
love
one's
that.
in Dublin and one's in the other side's New York.
That's
Well, of
so
course,
cool.
Americans went, oh, look, there's all these people watching. I got to do something to get attention. So a girl who's pretty attractive went, oh, cool. Here's my tits. And then they had to take it down.
Did they take it down?
Yeah, you ruined the
Some
fun for
girl-
everyone.
It's like that girl during the BLM marches. She just got naked and opened her legs to the cops. Like, hey, way to make it about you, you fucking narcissist.
I agree.
You're so full of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's take it down.
Yeah. Oh,
she is.
yeah. She's a.
Hey, at least she's not like hideous.
She's like an OnlyFans model.
Yeah.
No.
And this is definitely going to help.
Trying to
her.
make it about you.
It could be worse though.
A lot worse.
You could be at a gas station and that dude
That guy could have
takes your
taken a
gas
thing,
hose and
put
puts it up his
and-
asshole.
and that's a matter of time. in New
Who
York
has a
City.
body of a troll.
It's a matter of time in New York.
So there are pros and cons. Like
That
it
is
could
so
be
cool,
worse.
though.
The portal? Yeah, until Americans fucked it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
What's this?
Tom Brady came out and was talking about, the roast and the aftermath and said
Yeah, he says he wish he never did it. He said he
I believe
regrets
wouldn't do it
doing
again.
I
Definitely
believe
said that.
I believe that. I think because the blowback from the people closest
away
to
from
him.
that. Like, did you learn anything new about yourself,
Which
or
part?
any of your, just throughout the whole part
Of the roast?
of the roast?
Like I said, I loved when the jokes were about me. I thought they were so fun. I didn't like the way that it affected my kids. So it's the
Ooh,
worst
that would
part
suck.
about like the bittersweet aspect of when you do something that you think is one way and then all of a sudden you realize I wouldn't do that again because of the way that it affected actually the people that I care about the most in the world. So
I could have told you that.
you and
Yep.
as a better parent going through it because again sometimes you're naive, you don't know, or you get a little like, oh shit, and like I said, I when I signed up for that, I love when people were making fun of me, and I always said, like, when I was going through all the Deflategate stuff in 2015, 2016, I watched 3 things on TV. I watched Premier League soccer, I watched golf, and I watched comedy shows. Because every time I turn on SportsCenter, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Right. So it's like, I just want to like laugh. And so I wanted to do the roast because the guy Jeff Ross became someone that I knew. And then you don't see the full picture all the time. So I think it's a good lesson. Like for me as a parent, I'm going to be a better parent as I go forward because of it. And at the same time, I'm happy everyone who was there had a lot of fun. And I do think for me, just outside of, let's say that, it always is good. Like if we're not laughing about things, we're crying. And I think we should have more fun. Like the guys, like what do we love? We love laughing in the locker room. Let's do more of that and love each other. And come on, man, celebrate other people's success.
Yeah, I could have told him that's how.
Here's the good news. Nobody does 2 roast. Like, do you know anybody that's done multiple roast? So it's never happened again.
Yeah.
So that's the good news. You don't have to go through that again.
Yeah. Tough though. It's when you have kids and
Really, his ex-wife, she was fierce.
of course.
Yeah, they lit her up.
You
I mean, he's saying we should all love each other and stuff. Like, that's not what a roast is, though,
You
Tom.
don't realize until like you and I doing this podcast over 12 years have gotten in trouble with our families.
Oh, yeah.
We're saying too much.
Oh, yeah.
For what we say to each other.
Oh, yeah.
And we're just fucking joking around.
Because you're not thinking about it.
No. And we also didn't
My
know.
mom
I will
would
say
call
this
me, my
about
dad
our
would call
podcast.
me.
We didn't know our reach too back in the day when we were doing it and how many people were listening. And you'd say something, and it was for other people. They were like, "What the what?"
My mom would be at work and one of her friends would be like, "Oh, so Brent said that time you shit in," she'd be like, "What? He told that
no.
story?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, I was just trying to make Brian laugh." My mom's like, "No, don't do that."
No.
I'm like, no doubt. And then 8 years later, I'm like,
I get
"Hey,
it.
here's the same story." Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, that's I saw that. Tom Brady. What I was noticing in that entire exchange was how tight Tom Brady's face is, and
He looks good,
and he is
right?
40. How old now? How old is Tom?
42,
No, he's like
45,
No.
I think he's my age.
I think he's like
45.
early 40s. Maybe
No,
late
late
He's
30s.
45.
Oh.
46.
He's 46 years old.
Because his last year playing was 45.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's some good work. That's impressive.
He looks fucking good, man.
Yeah, whoever is helping him out, I need to go see.
He doesn't touch carbs, nothing.
No,
In 3 months, he's 47.
He's also had some.
Yep.
He's also had some stuff, some tightening done.
Well, you need to find out who his doctor is.
Yeah. Well, that's that filler, and I didn't realize that filler, Botox, all that shit. Never done a stitch of it. But
You? No.
Hey, shut up, dude.
Not you. What? That's crazy, dude. You look so young.
Oh, come on, dude. Yeah.
That's what I have to say, right?
Yeah, have to
That's
say that.
crazy, bro.
Really?
Damn, you
You
look so
haven't?
young. Yeah. What else you got, Jin?
But we're real quick with Botox. We talked about this on Golden Hour. But so Botox is used for a lot of different things, like even headaches.
Yeah.
But the wrinkle stuff, like girls, especially girls, when they're younger, they start doing it at their 20s to prevent wrinkles from forming.
correct.
And it's like it's pretty safe. As far as I know, there's not been like
so
anything
here's the
crazy
thing
with
with
it.
Yeah, my buddy dates a girl. She's been doing it since she was 22.
Yeah.
Her face, she looks like an Asian porcelain doll.
Yeah.
There's not a wrinkle to be had.
You know, though, so like I love Botox. I love it. Nothing wrong with it. But what they tell you is like starting it really young, what you're doing is freezing that muscle. And all you're doing is pushing that muscle more and more and more. So the younger you start it, I get that there's this like fine line of where it's preventative and sometimes it's too soon.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're just going to need more and more and more the more that muscle's used to it. Also, if you work out, it metabolizes quicker. And when you're younger, your metabolism's higher.
Yep.
So, you know.
You just gonna have to do it more. That's why I say start at 7.
Yeah, we're calling on 3-year-olds.
Dude, as soon as I see Tiger get a little bit of crow eyes, hit him with the needle.
Hit him with the needle.
I'll tell you who doesn't need a BBL is Tiger.
No, he's
That
got
dude is
kid's got a
cheeked.
selfie.
I mean, big legs, man.
BBL.
Brazilian butt lift.
Oh.
You guys, The Office is going to have kind of a spinoff.
I'm out.
Come on.
out.
Spinoff, but not with Steve Carell.
So
Yeah, I'm
he
out.
was on one of those late night shows the other night, and they asked him, would there be a chance Michael shows up? And he went, no, but maybe.
Oh, that means no.
I know, but you never can tell.
But well, shows up great. But if he's not like a reoccurring character, I'm not watching
Well,
it.
he's said a number of times the show could never really be rebooted because the jokes they made then, they just can't make now.
The first one with Ricky Gervais is
That's
is
the
to
best
me the
original.
best thing I've ever seen in my life.
And Ricky Gervais created it.
It was
Have you seen Ricky Gervais?
Yeah, I've seen the British.
The American one's fantastic. I
Yeah.
love it. The Ricky Gervais one's fantastic. Here's the thing. This is all Hollywood's doing now. They're just regurgitating hits from the past. They're not doing anything original. That's the
Ricky
that's the
Gervais,
bummer.
though, in extras and in that show, so good. I don't even know what to say about it. So fucking good.
It says the documentary crew that immortalized Dunder Mifflin's Scranton branch is in search of a new subject when they discover a dying historic Midwestern newspaper and the publisher trying to revive it with volunteer reporters. So they're going to take the same documentary crew and be like, this is what we're now focusing on and doing a different. I mean, I get it, but
I'm not into it. I just finished True Blood 7 seasons again for the 7th time. Now I'm watching was it not Lord of the Dragons? What the
House of Dragons?
House of Dragon, because season 2 comes out in June, so I'm trying to refresh my
House of
memory.
Dragons.
Did you watch House of Dragons?
No.
Oh, did you like Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Then House of Dragons right up there.
Really?
Oh, I mean, 1A, 1B. It's fucking well done.
I'm going to unlock a new fear for you guys. Fun little video to watch.
I'd love to get something in my ear like that, though.
The guy said he felt something in his ear.
Jesus Christ.
What came out? It's a spider.
Oh,
I told you that would come out.
How did I like it?
Disgusting. Oh my Jesus.
I don't like it.
Yeah, you should have wax in your ear. That's why. That's fucking nuts. That's hydrogen peroxide, probably.
It looks like it.
Bubbles when you put it on blood.
Yeah.
Hey, do you remember the thing as a kid they put the wax things in your ears, the wax
Yeah,
candles,
that's
and
a
it would
trick.
and it
That's a
would
trick.
suck
Yeah.
not all that stuff in your ear?
Not real.
What came out? It's
Yeah.
That's fucking
nasty.
nuts.
But yeah, it's ear candle. People
Yeah.
said it's supposed to
if
suck
it's
out all that
worth
stuff, but I don't.
It's
Yeah,
all, it's all
fake?
bullshit. Yeah, fake.
I remember some girl did like 3rd grade, and I was like, "Holy shit! Disgusting. Your ears are so dirty."
Yeah.
But she also did a good job of PR move with that because she goes, "This would happen to everybody if I did this." I was like, "Interesting." She was a fucking.
And then I burned
she
one
was lying.
without it being in the ear, and it does the same thing.
Oh, that's disappointing. I've always wanted to do it since 3rd grade.
Yeah, it's
fake.
It's fake.
Okay, well you ruined it for me.
Sorry.
I had when I went to audio engineering school.
Oh, it's two.
Our professor said he did it, and it totally made his ears better for like listening to audio.
Yeah.
But then all the other teachers like, no, it's bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
It's like holistic or whatever.
I'd like to try.
Kids,
it.
we did it again. We did it
fucking
again.
did it.
Dania Improv, May 24, 25, 26. Come get some. And then I'll be at Zanies in Nashville. I'll be at the Liberty Township June 7th. June 7th at the Funny Bone Liberty Township. Just one night, Friday. 2 shows. And then Zanies in Nashville, Tennessee, June 14, 15, 16. Guys, May 21st, next Tuesday, Irvine Improv. Me, Michael Blackson, are doing stand-up to raise money for Folds of Honor. It's going to be a sick show. We may even have another special guest. But come get some. Come enjoy the show. It's going to be amazing. Folds of Honor is a charity I work with. And what they do is they raise money for the children of fallen first responders and fallen veterans. They educate children from kindergarten up. It's an amazing thing. So come get some. May 21, Irvine Improv. There's still some tickets left, and it's going to be great. Myself, Michael Blackson, and we're bringing heat.
All right, kids, love you. Don't put E91 gas in your ass.
Don't put it in your butt.
Don't be that guy.
Yeah.
And head on a swivel.
I mean,
at
you
Whole
can,
Foods.
but make sure that the gas nozzle
Make sure
is
it's
sanitized.
E85.
It's sanitized.
Make sure it's corn.
Yeah.
All right. Love you guys. Dude, I want you to get your mind right. And I know you're scared to take Kratom, but do it with Happy Hippo. Take the guessing out of it. However you want to take it, bud. Taffies, shots. They got K-dips. They got it all powders. And you get 20% off when you go to happyhippo.com. Promo code is TFATK. You get 20% off for life. Happyhippo.com. Promo code TFATK.